Hi there, my name's Travis and this is Sthira Yoga. A strange name, really good power yoga. Today's practice is intermediate to advanced. It's a short sequence aimed at getting us into a fun posture called crow. So in this case, we'll need our block. Let's begin by finding our way into extended child's pose, bringing our big toes to touch, placing our block off to one side at the front of the mat, sitting our hips back towards our heels, and then draping ourselves forward down the mat and bowing to our practice, bowing to ourselves here. I like to stay on the finger pads in extended child's pose with the palms elevated off the mat. If your forehead can rest comfortably on the mat, maybe a rock from left to right as well could feel super nourishing. And perhaps even a few sighs out the mouth, just to clear up the respiratory system, freshen up, getting rid of any stale air, any blockages, and just retooling, reconfiguring for our practice here from the busy world that we exhibit off the mat. Just giving ourselves more chance here to focus inwards. Maybe you can feel the fabric of your skin and the temperature of the air around you. And then perhaps you can dive through the layers of the body, through the muscles and the tissues and into the web of the nerves, and just notice how you've arrived today. If there's areas that are resistant or sticky, just let them soothe with the breath. Let's all share these next few cycles of breath. So inhale for the count of 4, 3, and 2, and 1. And then exhale for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause and hold that breath in. And now smoothly, evenly exhale 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift your head, lift your chest, come into a tabletop position. So spread your fingers wide, shift your shoulders over your wrists, move your knees under your hips, and press through the tops of your feet. Grounding here. So shifting through to a tabletop position. Spread the fingers wide, knuckles grounded, knees under the hips, toenails pressed down and spread across. Hold here and create integrity and stability. And then on your next inhale, cow the spine, tilt the tailbone up, lift the eyes, look up and open the throat. Inhale, breath, and then exhale, reversal that chin to chest, dome the back, belly button in, press away from the earth, cat shape. Inhale through to cow, and then exhale through to cat. Inhale through to cow. So coordinate the movements and allow that fluidity to flow along your spine. And then start to make this into organic shapes that feel natural and full of abundance and joy. Sexy cat, playful cat. And change the orientation of your hands so you get a nice stretch through the forearms and the wrists. Bend the elbows. Roll the shoulders. And then come back to your neutral tabletop position. And let's warm up our fingers and our wrists. Lift the thumbs, lift the palms, shift the weight forward onto 4 fingers of each hand, hinged at your first row of knuckles, and then lift and lower the palms for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Palms down, thumbs down. Sway from left to right across your upper back. And then set up your down dog. Place your hands a handprint down the mat. Tuck the toes behind you, send the hips back towards the heels, and then lift the hips to sky. As you swing your head back, look at the feet, pedal through the feet, bend through the knees, sway through the hips, and get funky in the lower body here from the hips down. Think about that row of knuckles we just stretched into and create integrity there. Press down, fingers wide. Neutral in the wrists, engage through the arms, and particularly around the shoulder joint, nice and engaged. Long side waists, rib cage expanding and contracting with the breath. Nod of the head, loosen up the neck. High heels, bent knees here can feel super abundant, especially if you're a little tight in the hamstrings and glutes. Could also just be it's a little cooler, perhaps you're practicing in the morning, so that's okay as well. If your flexibility allows you to bring the soles of the feet to the mat already, no worries, that's your practice. Holding here for 2 and for 1. Walk forward to the top of the mat, tiptoe, take your time, no need to rush. Yoga is a lifelong practice. Feet are hip width, hands catch the elbows, bend the knees, tummy on the thighs, sway the body left and right, nod the head. Let go of the elbows and then recross them in the awkward and unusual manner, the different way. And just hang here for a few moments after and find a bit of stillness. Again, hamstrings, glutes could be a little tight, so pressing the thighs to the wall behind you might not feel super abundant. Maybe a big bend in the knees and tummy on thighs here can feel super sweet. And then let go of the fingers. Elbows, a big pardon. Let the fingers dangle towards the earth. And then super slowly start to roll up to a mountain. So feet stay where they are. Chin stays close to the chest. Shoulders are elevated here, giving you this sort of slouchy feeling. And just giving yourself a chance to unfold as you stand tall. And roll the shoulders up to the ears. And then lengthen the arms beside the body. Palms face thighs. Fingers spread wide. Lift the toes, ground through 4 corners of the feet. Hug the muscles around the bones of the legs. Tone the abdominals in and create a neutral pelvis. As you widen the collarbones, lift the crown of head, but slightly tuck the chin towards the chest. So stand tall and strong in the presence and the power of your own practice here, of your own body, your own will, and your own energy. And then as you step your big toes to touch, bring your hands to your heart space, chin to chest, samasthiti. Nice spot to connect with Ujjayi pranayama if you practice it. That's the oceanic inhales and exhales. And then maybe a nice spot to set an intention if you're working with one. Share your practice with someone in need. Offer up the abundance, the goodness, and the wonder. Take your hands out wide, gather breath to sky. Inhale, have a lovely flow, everybody. As the exhale hinges at the hips, we fold at the hips and return to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift, and then we step back to high plank, and we'll hold our high plank. Nice and strong, nice and long. So same alignment as our Tadasana. Press away from the earth, spread the fingers wide, dome the upper back, draw the belly button in, neutral pelvis, and then hug the muscles around the thighs and engage with the muscles in the legs. And we're going to hold for 3. It's this isometric moment here where we're holding, we're using musculature, but gravity's not our friend. Some tricep push-ups, so lower the knees, cross the ankles behind you, draw the heels towards your buttocks and lengthen forward, belly button in, lower halfway down, exhale, and then press back up, inhale, lower halfway down, exhale. So let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and final 1. Lowering all the way down. Uncross the legs. Lower the tops of the feet, cobra pose. Point the elbows back. Tone the abdominals in and up. Find all that length down the back of the body. Press the toenails down. Spread them wide if you can. And then press back through a down tabletop into downward facing dog. Hips to sky. Chest to thighs. Let's lift our right leg on an inhale breath. Heel to butt, knee to nose. Step right foot to right thumb. Lower left knee down. Sweep the hands up, lift up, rise up, palms touch, and then lower the hands down. Frame your front foot, pause there. Left hand earth, left toes are tucked, left knee hovers, right hand sky, open twist, inhale breath. Exhale, lower the right hand, step the left foot forward to top of mat. Halfway lift, inhale, and then fold, exhale. Up to the sky, inhale, and then return to the earth, exhale breath. Halfway lift, inhale, right foot back, right knee lowers. Up to the sky, palms touch overhead, lift up, chest, heart rises, then lower the hands, right hand earth, right toes tucked, right knee hovers, left hand sky, inhale, and then lower left hand, left foot steps back to high plank. Round 2 of knees, chest, chin into cobra. And then press back to downward facing dog. Left leg lifts this time, inhale, heel to butt, knee to nose, left foot forward, right knee lowers. Inhale, up to the sky, palms touch. This time as you lift up through the fingertips, bend the elbows, bring the thumbs into the nook of your skull and your neck, squeeze the elbows into center, tone the abdominals in, and take a moment, take a breath. So this time as the hands go up, frame the front foot, so right hand earth, right knee lifts, left hand sky, inhale, but we'll do a little rotation there to look back, reach back with the left hand. And then left hand forward, right foot forward, both feet top of mat, half lift in, and a deep fold, exhale. Up to the sky, inhale, and then return to the earth, exhale, breath. Halfway lift, inhale, and then left foot back, left knee lowers. Inhale, sweep up, rise up, palms touch. And then thumbs to the back of the head. Give yourself that little lift up, squeeze of the elbows, tone of the abdominals. Hands back up, lower the hands down. Left hand earth, left knee lifts. Right hand sky, a little roll to look back, reach back. Right hand earth, right foot back, high plank to low plank. Up dog. And then downward facing dog. Right leg sky, inhale. Yawn the hip open, get funky in the right knee, hip and ankle joint. And then back to 3-leg dog. Heel to butt, knee to nose, step right foot, right thumb, lower left knee down. Sweep up, rise up, palms touch. Right hand holds left wrist, lift it up, and then bend to the right. So right hand, left wrist, bend to the right. Back to center, lift up, rise up. Lower the hands down. Open twist, right hand sky. Rotating and taking the right foot down your mat for 3 hip dips. So right foot slid down the mat to the right, left foot stays on pinky toe edge. And then right hand earth, right foot steps back to high plank. And take your vinyasa. Up dog. And roll over the toes. Downward facing dog. Right leg lift, inhale. Heel to butt, knee to right, pinky finger this time for a lizard lunge. So right elbow presses into the right inner knee, and the inner knee presses into the inner elbow as well. So back and forth there. Lower the left knee down, chest forward, heart forward. And then step forward into a squat position, yogi squat, top of your mat. Hands reach forward, slowly roll down onto our backs. Hands up to the sky, flexed at the wrists. Knees to the triceps, big toes touch. And then reach the hands overhead, inhale. Knees to triceps, hands on ceiling, exhale. Inhale overhead. Exhale, knees to triceps, hands on ceiling. Inhale, lengthen everything out. Exhale, knees to tricep. Let's do 3 more. 2 more. And last one. Arms overhead. Hold the backs of your thighs. Rock and roll once, maybe holding in a Navasana. Rock and roll twice, holding in a Navasana. You ready for chair pose? Rock and roll. Come onto the soles of the feet. Lift up to our chair and then fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Now Vinyasa from here, maybe planting the hands and finding a little hop back. Low plank. Inhale, up dog. Roll over, downward facing dog. And take the left leg straight up. Yawn the hip open. Get creative in the hip, knee and ankle joint. And then 3-leg dog back to sky. Heel to butt, knee to nose. Step the left foot to the left thumb. Lower the right knee down. Hands up, reach up. So left hand holds right wrist this time. Lifts you up and then bends you to the left. Looking under your right armpit perhaps. Taking the hands up and overhead. Lower the hands down. Open twist. Left hand sky. Back knee hovers. We roll around into Cleopatra and slide the left foot down the mat. Point the left toes away from you. Some little hip dips here. And then left hand returns to the mat. Left foot steps back to high plank. Low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, roll over toes. Downward facing dog. Left leg lift. Left foot to left pinky. So we step wide this time into our lizard. So left elbow and left knee come to touch and they press into one another. So adducting to center, belly button in, lowering the back knee, pressing through the finger pads, chest forward. Yogi squat, step forward. Now this time, grab your block and place your block halfway down the mat, using the block to help with a couple of aspects of the crow practice. So I might even slide it further away from me. So step up onto our block and then wear a pair of super high heels so that our knees come high up into the armpits or the triceps. As you bring your hands forward underneath your shoulders, grip the earth with the finger pads like a bird on a wire. Find that space where the upper back is lifting, the belly button's drawing in, and the heart and lungs are buoyant in the chest cavity. As you start to lift the heels here, squeezing to center is going to help. Now, can you go back with your big toes? Hold the block, helping you squeeze to center for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the block, come back down, and then sit on the block. Cross your legs. And place your hands on your knees and take a few breaths. The crow pose asks a lot of us and asks us to be stable, strong, built with stamina, but also capable of withstanding the little knocks and limiting beliefs that can come up in our daily lives. And that little extra challenge of holding the block with the big toes just can also add a little bit of resilience to that posture. One extra challenge. And then as you rock off the block, place it off to one side, come back to down dog. Maybe a vinyasa there's available to you. And right knee will come to right wrist, right shin on the mat, left leg long behind you, looking over left shoulder. Leg runs parallel with the long edge of your mat. Come up onto your finger pads, proud chest, and maybe here we walk the hands further forward away from us. I like to feel the toenails pressing down in the back foot and the curl of the front toes towards their shin, activating and targeting the tissues of the outer thigh. My block's still handy, and I think yours probably is as well. Why don't we place it on a medium height or maybe the lowest height in between our arms as we lower down onto our forehead. And we'll stay for 10 breaths. About halfway. You start to lift your chest now. Place your block off to one side. Plant the hands, tuck the back toes, hover the back knee, and then step the right foot back. And just take a moment to be a witness between the differences of the musculature in the legs. And then we'll do the same on the left side. So left leg lift, left knee to left wrist, shin on the mat. And then peeking over right shoulder, running that leg nice and long. Puffing the chest up as we walk the hands forward. And then placing the block between our forearms, lowering the forehead down. Last couple of moments. Taking the block off to one side, coming high onto the finger pads, but this time sit down on the left hip, swing the right foot forward, and come into a bound angle position. So soles of feet come to touch. Closer the heels are towards your groin, the more intense. The further away, the less intense they are. So let's just see wherever it serves you. And take a moment, like an upright position can feel nice before you start to fold forward. Starting to lift your chest, sliding the legs out in front of you, reaching the hands forward, and then just resisting the temptation to flop down on your back. Roll down onto your back. Bring your right knee in and give it a squeeze, and then take the knee over to the left for a supine twist. Come back through center, and let the right leg lengthen down the mat, and take it over to the other side. Left knee in, big squeeze, cuddle, and then take the knee over to the right. And then bring the knee back to center. And take the knees out wide, legs out wide, arms down beside your body, and rest in Shavasana for a few moments. And let go of any restrictive breath. Just let it feel super natural. And then start to wiggle your fingers and wriggle your toes. Roll your wrists and roll your ankles. Bring the knees in, give yourself a lovely big squeeze. And then roll onto your favorite hip and swing your way up into a comfortable seat that serves you. Cross legs. Hands at heart, chin to chest. Thank you for your practice today. Thank you for your effort, and I hope you go about the rest of your day with equipoise, grace, and a better understanding of how to meet the challenges that arise, just like on our mat. Meet them off the mat with the same level of equipoise and grace that we cultivate in our class. Thumbs to third eye, chin to chest, loka, samasta sukhinu bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. Greet this beautiful version of yourself and the remainder of your day with the Hindi word. Namaste. Thanks everyone. Hope you had a nice time. I'll catch you again real soon. Bye for now.